Good morning, Patty MD. How you doing, mate? Yes, it's Banksy time. Just thought I'd jump on and do a quickie this morning. See who's around, who wants to chat. The camera's a bit screwed up at the moment, so I'm pretty tired. It's got a bit of a blur on it, besides me. So I've had to order a new HD camera. So yeah, hope you're all good. Yeah. On the coffee. Just finished work, so coffee time. I haven't even seen what's been going on in the world. Anyone want to fill me in on it? Not much, probably. I don't know about you guys, but I hardly watch the news anymore. It's just doom and gloom. Every time I put the news on, it's doom and gloom. Links there if anyone fancies to come on for or can you say a quickie? How's that sound? Quickie this morning. I've just come off a 9-hour shift. So, like I say, I'm not staying up too late. So, jump on and have a chat to you guys. See, there's in the matter of interest is who's around and who fancies one. Oh, who does fancy one? Anyone? We can talk about any cod shit. Anything what grabs your attention. Trying to avoid politics. Yeah, trying to avoid that. Yeah. That was a lot I'm trying to avoid. Politics is one. COVID I'm trying to avoid. Vaccine. Sick of reading about it because until I got it or, it's fucking hell. What can I say about a vaccine? God's sake, stop talking about it. Get it perfected. Give it to fucking politicians. Let them have it as guinea pigs and then give it to the rest of us. Jobs are good and pretty simple. It's not a rocket science, is it really? The weather it's like here, but here in Stoke, it is totally lasting it down. And that's normal English weather. It's lasting it down. Yeah, good morning to you all. Could be good afternoon where you are, or good evening. I think it might be out here. Might be midday in Ausland, something like that. I'm too sure. See you guys going to leave me hanging today, talking to myself. Won't be the first time, won't be the last. I feel like I'm talking to myself every time I talk to my kids most of the time. Not that they listen. I'd bang some tunes on, but pointless putting tunes on if you can't hear the fucking things, isn't it, really? Does me head in just lately. It's a glitch in my system I've got to work out. I don't know if it's something to do with StreamYards. Not a clue. It's like I can't get green screen on this. But I think it's time to upgrade my computer or something like that. Computer's alright, but it's not being that quick. And Wi-Fi last week was absolutely ridiculous where I came from. I was like, Wi-Fi, your hub was ridiculous. Connection was ridiculous. I didn't do one on the weekend because I'd see after Saturday's chaos, I just wanted to give it a rest. I'm doing the moment, just stick it to be a quick after work session. Lockdown in the UK. I mean, according to Boris, apparently, we're all going to meet up at Christmas time for short periods of time. Yeah, come on. You're meeting up with family short periods of time at Christmas. Everyone's on the lash. You think a short period of time is like about 1 hour? Everyone's on the lash. It's Christmas time. Family on it. You're talking about good day's job, isn't it? It's all right if you're dropping your presents up like my grandkids and that. That's easy, aren't you, on the lash? Well, a lot of people are going to be on a good 4 or 5 hour last with the family. I am Mr. Mister. Welcome, mate. How you doing, buddy? Hi, I'm Steph. How you doing, mate? Yeah, but yeah, so that's Boris's idea. Mr. Boris Johnson's idea is we're going to have time to meet up our family at Christmas time for a short period of time. More like only short they're going to know was the shorts that they're drinking. That'll be about it. We ain't going to meet up for short periods of time over Christmas. Nothing meeting family. You know, like I said, there's people like me going to drop the stuff off to the grandkids and presents and that. Well, mine's in money. I'm easy. I got fed up of asking what they want at Christmas. So I put a lot of thought into it and I give them money so they can do the thinking. That way, I can't give them something wrong. If you just give them the money, they can't do nothing wrong. You say, get yourselves. Easier to do that. Yeah, I'm all good, Mr. I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. Steph, yeah, it is night owls, mate. It is night owls. That's night owls and more of a night walker, aren't it? The amount of time we do over time. The link's there if you want to jump on there, 20 minutes, Steph, or something. I'm only going to be up for now, mate. Just thought I'd do a quick hour session. Just ramble on about anything. Just trying to avoid the COVID situation and the vaccine crap situation. Anything else but, really, I think. I'm actually, you know, I'm being funny, but I'm actually getting fed up actually talking about Pattaya. Because I feel like I'm rambling on about it, or people are going. So, you know, it's a point. It's on the back burner for this present time. There's other places in Asia. There's other places in Europe. Better look by April when I book my holidays. I might be able to go somewhere else if I can't go there, which I will be doing. I don't fancy staying in the UK for 2 fucking weeks. Well, 2.5 weeks. That's for sure. I'm actually thinking of if I can't go anywhere in Asia, I've got alternatives like Italy. Fancy Italy for 2.5 weeks. Always like a good pizza. You know, there's other places that you can visit in Europe if it's open. You've got alternatives there. You've got alternatives to travel. It's just just don't plan it until about 4 weeks before you go, like I did in Greece. Do about 4 weeks before you decide go and see how it goes then. I mean, this time of year, yeah, I am normally, because normally book my flight. But the situation at the moment, I can't book my flight. So I'm in the same boat as the rest of you guys. We don't know what's going on. Yeah, it is one of them. It is one of them. Yeah, what's the situation with everything? My situation is I'm tired at work. I'm totally and utterly shattered. I think I might have this coffee and it's a beer, actually. I'm trying to avoid drinking beers, actually, in the morning. Because I feel like I'm not drinking too much. Because to me, it's like when I finish work, it's like guys do a day shift and then they have a beer in the afternoon. Well, I'm just basically the same things. Yeah, I've thrown the Canaries, but I've been the Canaries, and yeah, I'm bad. Like I said, I'd actually love go back Ibiza because I haven't been there for the past. God, when I worked there, Jesus. Are you working it out? Do the calculations. 2019. Now, the last time I left Ibiza was 2003. I was working there. It's been that long since I got back. But I know if we go back, it's never going to be the same. Well, yeah, lots of both refugees there, mate. There's lots in England apparently as well. They keep coming over. Definitely keep coming over. I should have borrowed one of them milkshake class because they seem to get over over the ocean on it, like, so, you know, so maybe we're buying one off them to go back. Yeah, it's a lot of places in Europe when you look at it. I don't fancy going to Germany because I work there. So I really don't fancy going there. So it is one of them with that. Is, you know, open to suggestions, I suppose. Everyone's open to suggestions. I definitely am. Yep, it's that time of day, is it? So I'm just trying to scan the news at the same time, because I'm trying to avoid the news. We're having a quick scan of it to see what's been going on. Well, might be pointless. Who's that on the stream? Bar girls are, yeah, out there, man. You can give me a thumbs down for that. Sorry, guys, got a rat one in here. Bar girls are plus. I'll let you finish the rest off. Get out of here, mate. You're fucking gone. Try coming again, mate. Idiot. See, even the idiots around this time in the morning. Don't forget, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Thumbs down. Come in the chat and I can completely ban you. I'll be doing the stuff, you'll be kaboomed. And this shit in my chat today, kaboomed. No arsing about. No time out. That's the last Sunday. No time out. No arsing about. You're gone. You're out of there. If you want to be in the chat, tough shit. Don't want playing ours or got no good comment, tough shit. Go make another account. With the other 16 you've got, probably. No Jotley Raven known as every day. Empty hotels, there are no tourists. Yeah. It's the same here, Steph. It's the same here, mate. Like I said, it was the same in Greece. Their problem in Greece is it's overwhelmed with them. Overwhelmed with them. Banana man. How you doing, mate? You're overwhelmed with them, Steph. And I better put that fucking link up again, just in case. Just in case, well, the one who just had unjust was complete tool. His name was a complete tool. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear, Banana Man. Good to hear, mate. Well, just hoping you're all well, man. Folks. Hoping you're all well. This present time. I mean, Christ, weekend. On Saturday, I was seriously worried about myself. I was seriously worried about myself, and I never worry about myself being ill. And it was just fatigue. All it was fatigue. I was just that tired. Let somebody slip on my steam I wasn't too happy with because I forgot to turn it off. I was that goddamn tired. And his son could see what was going on. And he'd go, well, future in-law. So they asked me to go upstairs and have a beer with him with the family, which I enjoyed. And then I realised 2 hours later, I thought, came downstairs and realised my stream is still running. Not happy. I put up Joe's alarm now. I know Mark was on, mate. Yeah, cheers for coming out, Steph, mate. Have a good one. Have a good one, bud. I didn't know Mark was bloody alive. Nah. My little mucker is, though. Yeah, my little mucker's alive. All I can say, guys, is a girl. A girl was alive. Didn't know she was alive today, actually. Not allowed to go play with her. Not until I finish my streams. That coffee tastes like crap. Good God. No, I'm even getting sick of drinking coffee. I drink that much coffee at work just to keep me goddamn awake. Yes, the running streams, the Aussie. Yeah, I know, mate. I wasn't in the. Well, I say I wasn't too happy as when you do trust people. If I was on, say, I was on yours, and you're gone to sleep or you forgot to turn it off, I'd end the stream. I'd just leave, and won't stay on. I'd just leave. I didn't want to do that, but that didn't, and that's what annoyed me a little bit. Having got people in my chat, that did annoy me a little bit. I annoy me a fucking lot. It won't be happening again. I worked out a way to now to make sure my streams automatically go off. It's called my son phoning him. Let him watch me. Yeah. Don't like when people take advantage of it when you're half cut. No, I say, I've been on Pit Boss's stream, me and Jeff. Pit Boss's Plague Tart. We've just ended the stream. We just said, see you all in the chat. Have a good one. Hit the red button, end of the stream. But not some people. We don't rant at the stream. It's not very good. Felt a bit embarrassed, actually. God, good you guys. I took it off tonight. Only 4 watching. Oh, well. Like I said, this is why it's a short one. Probably because I'm having no controversy on here. People love drama. I'm fucking sick of drama. Sick of the crap. Just finished work. Don't need any crap. Now let's have a stream where we can just have a chit chat. Have a natter about any shit. Any shit. I think we've all got a lot more worry about than idiots. We've all got a lot more worry about. Our kids, our family, our health, everything. Financial difficulties. Well, that's one thing with Thailand, apparently. What came out yesterday. They reckon it's still go on the weekend. Who's Stoke go on the weekend? Actually, I'm not fucking sure at the moment, mate. Who we got the weekend? Not too sure off the top of my head. We done shit. We dropped points tonight. Or last night. Hey, Blues, how you doing, mate? We dropped points last night, which wasn't fucking pleasant. We could have been climbing up. Yeah, but we dropped points, as per usual. As per usual. Anyway, nice to see on you, Luce. Nice to see on you. An old man, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't got a clue at this present time. I'm just getting brain freeze in the moment. Trying to think who we got. You know what's made it worse? As since I stopped going to matches, because you can't go to matches anymore, it's like a blur as you really aren't on top of you got Sheffield Wednesday, mate, at home. Like I said, I don't know how you are sometimes, because I don't know if you probably got matches like me, or I don't know if you do, but when you do, you're always on top as who you play next. And since I stopped going, I'm not even on top of who play next half the fucking time. I have to fucking think about it. It is one of them to this season. Yeah, it has been one of them to the season this year. Yeah, we fucked up last night, didn't we? Again. Well, Euless Vale did shit. That's always a good one. I know, mate, yeah. See, the thing is, people never rated Pullis and Stoke, and I rated him. There's a lot of us that liked him because he always kept us fucking safe no matter what. We did go up gradually, but he kept us safe. Then we had the barrel of shit after. Oh, God, my ways that cheese, mate. Oh, Jesus. Fucking lovely. Oh, God. Oh, God. Wednesday and Pulleys. What can I say? It seems like every time Pulleys plays Stoke, he's got him by the balls. We've had a lot of changes around since then. It's one of them. It is one of them. Anyway, yeah, economics. I saw announced today by the Times that economically they can be basically fucked for 2 years to bounce back, and they put in screws on now to get the bar down because the bar's too high. Now they're worried about people investing or they're worried about imports. Well, surprise, surprise, we knew that ages ago. Castle here, mate. Hey, Banana, Banner. Have a good mate. Banner Manor. Have a good mate. And cheers for coming on, mate. Cheers for coming on. Internet goes out going down the mountain. They'll be going down the mountain when they come. They'll be going down the mountain when they come. Yeehaw. What can I say? What can I fucking say? But yeah, so economically, Tanner said they're basically screwed for 2 years. Tell us what we didn't know. I think a lot of countries are going to be screwed for a long time. But they complain now the bar's too high. So the government are trying to get the banks to do something about the bar to weaken it because they're worried about their imports. Exports. But I can't actually see the bar going down. And I can see the entire economy doing worse than a lot of economies the way it's going. Because the bar is so strong. We were strong when we were going away. And just kept getting stronger and stronger. And I was thinking probably the same as you guys is, when's the bubble going to burst? How long can this go on? And coronavirus hit. Now, I know that we know before now countries have had, America have had them on the list. But not just American lists, other lists for, hey, Beachy, how you doing, Sam? That's how I'm doing, mate. But other countries had Thailand on the list. That's all I will say is because they're watching the money situation is how the bar to sustain so strongly. Because remember, it's illegal to manipulate your own currency. They did it in China a long, long time ago. And they got humdinged for it. Because they were buying their own currency and they manipulated it. A couple of countries have done it. But apparently now Thailand's on the list as people it's a big company. I don't know exactly the name of it. It's like not a company. It's a thing of countries that together and what's like monopoly commissions and fucking money systems and how they work. Is it being monopolized? Is it being strengthened by buying it? And yeah, apparently Thailand have made it to the list. Yeah. I mean, good to see you on here, Sam. I think we might have a beer, mate. Like I said, I'm just on a short one, mate. It's on a short stream tonight. One of Mr. Gaza Sweens around. Seems to be going around a lot of people's chats talking about me. If you're listening, Gaz, you can sit on streams and you can listen so much. It's that thing you've missed. Oh, what can I say? I'll wait till Mr. Sweden comes on. Because that spanner isn't going to help you anymore because I'm going to take it off you, mate. I'm not going to, like I say, I'm not going to sell this into one of these streams. No, not a drama stream, but I want to have people going behind my back talking on streams about me, especially if they've got a spanner on here. So, Mr. Sweden, Banks is watching. Anyhow, guys, let me get beer. Let's grab a quickie. I think I'm going to deserve one tonight. I'm knackered. Yeah, Sam, seems that way. It does seem that way. Like I said, I don't tolerate fools. Right, got myself a beer, boys. Like I said, I've got this one. Just got that. And I've got another one here. And we have the two. And then I'm shooting off to get something to eat. And I'm going to bed. Because it's been a long slog. It's like no one's jumping on the chat. So it might be too late for you to jump on anyway now. Because I can't be arsed. I really can't be arsed. Hello, Mr. Johnny Siam. How you doing, buddy? I'm all good, mate. And Johnny's in hello to the others. Who's the others? That's an horror film, ain't it, Johnny? The Others. Good film, man. It's a good book as well. James Herbert. Really good book. Yeah, Johnny, I've just finished work, decided to have a beer with the lads on here. General chit chat. Oh, we got Death Row here. It's up to you guys. I'm up for another probably about 20 minutes. I'll have a look at that link. So what is it, mate? Have a quick nosely bodgly. Let's have a quick look. Listen. Last seen PlayStation 5 for 5 days. Is that what you got on now? I didn't know Mark was on, man.
Places have to sell themselves for fucking.
Then it was on.
Have money.
Fucking hell. Then it was on. Oh, yeah, Johnny, how you doing, mate?
G'day, mate. How you doing?
Just found out Mark's on.
Yes, right.
Johnny,
How you doing, mate?
Bloody wonderful, mate.
How you doing?
Hang on. Right. Just gotta get a few things, few little things sorted. Anyhow, Job's right, mate. Job's right. How you been? You get a bit worn out, buddy?
A bit shattered, mate. I was shattered the weekend. It caught up with me on Sunday. And generally out in England, I don't go to bed before 11:30 on Sundays. Mate, 11:15 I was in bed. It just went like hell. I was just that tired. It just all caught up with me once. I felt drained.
It does. It does. You know, I in my working life, mate, I did a lot of night shifts, a shitload of night shifts.
It's just how much shift I'm doing, man. It's just how much work I'm doing, how many hours I'm doing.
Hey.
Yeah, but
Hey, mate.
Good. That could have been the Flash here, you know.
Nah, I knew it was you.
No, it wasn't, because it had a mutton chop up there.
That's
You
the
knew it
one,
was
yeah.
3 weeks. There was love bites and the buddy on the Sunday roast.
Yeah. So the sheep, there's only one person that puts sheep on, and it's got BAP.
Yeah, but
Fascination with sheep.
The one thing about there's more sheep in New Zealand there is people.
Yeah, there's a lot in Wales as well, but we know what Wales start doing with the sheep. Probably the same in New Zealand. I don't know. I
don't know about U-turns, but they make their eyes bulge.
I wondered, yeah. Go on. I was going to say, did you make extra large Wellingtons so they can put the back legs in the back end so they can't run anywhere?
there's more Australians in Australia than there is Australia.
Well, the biggest city in New Zealand is Sydney.
That was a good one.
Oh, dear Christ.
Anyhow, I've got I actually, the company I used to work for, AP, we went over and worked on some power stations over there, and thermal insulation and shit like that back in the 80s and 90s, and I actually liked it over there. It was like going back 50 years in some ways, where you got a dozen bottles of beer and they were in a wooden crate with straw packed around them. But well, shit happens. As long as they were cold, who gives a damn?
True.
Yeah. Do you know, I haven't had lamb for a while. Quite in the mood for lamb. I do like lamb, but I haven't had it for a bit.
You guys doing a show this weekend?
Yeah.
They always do a show weekend, them lot do. Every Saturday, Sunday. That's per usual. Saturday's an odd one for me because they start at 10 o'clock in the morning and I have to get me sleep. I get me beauty sleep. So when I get up, it's an hour into it.
Well, I hate to tell you, Banksy, you don't get enough.
I know,
Thank
mate.
you.
It's not working. It's not working.
It's just because you do graveyard, mate.
I
You
know.
do that night shift.
It's fucking hell. Like I said, I haven't been so tired as I was this weekend for a long, long, long time. But like I said, my normal hours are like 8 hours to 10. I'm doing, but I was doing 11 hours and shit last week. It was killing me, man. So I've hit that on the head. Because there's only so much you can do. It's like,
Dude, I can remember, you'd had a couple of stubbies and you're having another one on your way home from work and pull up the local little town service station and husband and wife team, and the lady would come out and say, "What are you drinking this time in the morning for?" And I said, "Well, it's 8 o'clock.
yeah,
I've
just a nod.
finished work, so I'm having a couple of beers because I've been working night shift." 8 o'clock at night, she was the one that was flopping around like a bloody, wet sponge. But it's the people that perceive, if you had a couple of beers early in the morning or whatever, and you're a drunk, you're an alcoholic, or whatever. The night shift thing is a total flip of everything you do, and you get other people that I can't eat during night shift, and I can't do all this bullshit. But when you've been on night shift work for, I did it for years.
17 years, I've been on it for 17 years.
Yeah, your life becomes the night is your day, and
I mean, it takes me a good while when we're going on holiday. It takes me a good while to get back into my routine because because of the night shift that long. I mean, my weekends completely. I mean, weekends it's like I'm tired in the day, but night shift, not in the night time. I'm buzzing. I'm always buzzing. I can't sleep because I'm used to that routine all the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and then you've got the time difference.
See, it's when I go to town, it suits me great because I sleep in the plane and it falls in my routine perfectly. Like when I get there, I'm buzzing. Like I don't seem to get jet lag because it just dropped to me perfectly. Like a night shift, I get there and think I'm buzzing. It just falls perfectly for me. I don't know how, but it does. So I'm happy with that. But you're right, Johnny. I mean, it's like people work days, and I can't knock the lads at work. They work days. In the afternoon, they finish work. They have a couple of beers. I do the same. I do a night shift. I have a couple of beers when I get in after work. It's the same thing, really.
I must admit, on the overseas travel, when I get off the aeroplane, I'm alive, really, get into it, the whole deal of it. But about 3 days later, it's crash and burn. It's just bang, just don't even lift the head off the pillow.
But I mean, I haven't told you for a while. Do you know, it's hit me more actually going Greece. I don't know why. It's because I probably left off night shift here, jumped on the plane, didn't have much sleep. So when I got there first night, I've just buzzed around like an idiot. As soon as they said you can go out, I hit the bars, had a couple of beers, and I just completely collapsed. When I got back, it was like, boom, gone. I thought, God, my body needed it. That's why my body just needed it. But Saturday, my body was just desperate to get a rest, and I didn't. I just kept pushing it until the end. I just collapsed Saturday night. I just completely. I'll say I didn't turn my stream off, naff all. I was just that tired to think before I did anything. So I don't really want to get in that state anymore. So,
I don't blame you, mate.
It was one of them. Wasn't nice going to be stream. I found out somebody's zombie stream fucking ranting at everyone. That didn't make me happy. That didn't make me happy at all.
I hate fucking night shift, mate.
Oh, like I say, I mean, I'm used to it now after 17 years. I'm used to it. If I went on day shift, I mean, sometimes I have to go and do my training because what the things you have to do at work, and you have to do day shift. Man, it fucking kills me. It's like God. I'm looking where to sleep. I'm getting in the morning. I'm thinking, where can I sleep? Because I have to do all me, basically me dangerous goods, me everything, me training for the airport. And I'm thinking where to sleep after a couple of hours. I'm not freaking tired. I mean, they used to like give us a day off. So, them players, you have your day off, you can catch up your sleep, get to your normal routine, then go in the next day. Oh, no, not anymore. Now we just finish work early at night time. Supposed to go home and get some sleep. But by the time you've done that, you're buzzing. You're used to that time period, so you can't get sleep. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, sounds like AP's definitely about running in his kitchen again.
It's not me. It's Johnny Siam.
Oh, it's Johnny.
Oh,
What are you
no,
doing
no,
in the kitchen?
yeah, the microwave's going off in the background. Sorry.
Well, Steph's over at your house. What's going on?
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's feed time at the zoo. The wife's got home from work.
So, oh, did you see that funny video someone made about you? a
What
couple
was
of
that?
There's a couple of these channels going around at the moment. I saw one of them. They made a video about you, like with the moon landing on your nose or some shit.
They're just troll fucking shit channels.
Yeah.
No, in realism, yeah, I've got a big hooter, but at the end of the day, air's free and it's well filtered.
Mine's flat.
If they actually had something to really contribute, they could and they should. But doing shit like that, they're just fuckwits, and it's probably some fat pathetic cunt in Queensland.
Like I said, I mean that's why I look at it this way: is I really don't give a rat's ass what they do to me anymore. I really don't give a monkey's fart. It's like run along and play, little kids. Run along and play, and that's exactly how I look at it. Run along and play.
Yeah, look, the whole thing about it. I haven't watched it. I have been told about it, AP, but I don't really give a shit, mate. I don't give a shit.
I've heard ones about mine's been put up. I've done one here, been one there. I don't even watch them. I don't even watch them because I don't give a shit. I don't give a flying fuck. I actually don't give a shit. If they haven't got the balls come up to my face and say what they want to say, I really don't give a shit.
I don't think anyone's going to come up and say anything to your face.
No, they definitely won't.
No, they won't. But the whole part of it, I spend my time. D-Light, g'day, mate. I spend my time doing a little bit of study and things like that for where I want to go in the future.
Mate?
It's not. It's not turning out little bullshit. That's pathetic. I don't really care anyway.
Well, me, if I say to my son, I'm studying where I want to go in the future, he'll probably say, where you going, Dad? The care home. Fucking hell. Oh, mate. Yeah, he says, it's one of them. If there's no content, don't bother with it. I'm just, like I said, after the fest on Saturday with me, I've just give up now. I mean, normally I play along with the trolls, but now I'm going to tolerate anymore. I'm just going to take them straight out, Johnny. I'm just going to take them straight out and just go bye. Make them many counts as they want. I'm just going to go goodbye all night. I can't be asked.
I won't shy away from an argument.
I don't
or whatever. But the real thing about it is just pathetic pricks that just turn out shit like that. And they think it's funny because they haven't got a life. Sitting on the couch eating chips and lemonade and drinking Coke. Well, good on
Settle
them.
down, Chief, mate. That could be me drinking Pepsi Max, eating a couple of potato chips, playing a video game.
Oh, All right, you did it, did you?
No.
You got the MO.
Right.
I know
I'm
you
not-
wouldn't do it, mate. If you
Oh, I've
did,
done
you
a couple
turn
of plays,
turn
don't
out.
get me wrong.
I know. You've turned out a couple, and it's funny and it's hilarious, and it's in
You know-
the sense of a joke, and that's fine.
Yeah, my favourite's still the Oswalds. I thought that was so fucking funny. That's one.
Oh,
Of
the
my
odds.
favourites.
Yeah, I took all that out, mate. I got rid of all that shit.
I've still got it on mine, mate. Don't you worry. I still
Yeah, it
got
might be unlisted.
I still got it on my stream.
But I, even the flasher was fun, just a couple of times.
Well, so, I mean,
Yeah, well, you know,
so
those-
somebody trying to point out the other night, it's like, oh, you British start off slagging each other off and shit like that, and you having to go each other, why you doing that? I says, and I know I'm going, you guys, and I said, he's ours. And I said, listen, I said, you lot are just the fucking same. We're all the fucking same. I said, we've all got trolls, and that's it. We've all got fucking trolls. Doesn't matter where they come from. They just do it for the hell of it. That's what they do.
well, realistically, I think the word trolls is wrong. I think they're lost souls
Yeah, something like that.
Um,
Yeah, something like that.
because they've got nothing better to do, and keyboard little heroes or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you, William Pure. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you,
Yep.
mate.
G'day, William. And the other thing, a lot of it comes into jealousy because other people are doing what they can't do.
Just enjoying yourselves on the stream. Or enjoying yourselves.
Have a stream, like-minded people, positive
you-
conversation.
Sharpie, is that you, buddy? I can't see you, man. Sharpie, can't see you, buddy. You got no picture there.
He's in Mexico and he's got sketchy internet, so
And yeah, but none of it's him or not. Let's have a look.
but he's in Mexico.
Sharpie, is that you, man? Probably is because it looks.
Yeah, he's got
down.
sketchy internet.
Yeah, Sharpie, man. No, that's like me.
I've been watching his streams. I was gonna give him a fucking donation, and it wouldn't let me because I was banned.
I bought him Nanakin the other day.
I had a little bit of a look at Sharpie's stream, and none of the skateboard people were hurt because I don't think they'd actually hit their head on the ground. That was very interesting.
It's nice seeing him out enjoying himself. You know, he's got out there, he's enjoying himself. You know,
Oh, he's out of the
Good
US.
position.
Mate, I
yeah.
think him being in the US was probably more depressing than anything for him because he couldn't travel like most
Yeah.
people at the moment.
I think it's been good for him getting Mexico. He's quite enjoyed it. He looks
Yeah, but
fucking
AP,
brilliant.
you can come over and see us now.
Yeah,
travel
but I wouldn't-
bubble.
But I wouldn't. You know why? Because it would cost me fucking $3,200 when I get home.
And realistically, at the end of the day, why would you bother when you just wait another 6 months and you can go anywhere you like once this so-called
yeah.
I won't be telling anyone to
vaccines are
travel.
distributed?
Yeah, I'll just travel and I'll just turn up. I won't be telling anyone, oh, I'm going away. You won't be.
Yeah, I'm having that thought myself, mate. It's just not saying anything. Just
Turn up,
fucking
mate.
turning up there. Yeah,
And
Right,
people will
okay.
shit themselves.
yeah. I'm done. I'm thought myself. I'm just going
You know,
somewhere and just turning up.
Yeah.
Gartland, what did you say to me a couple of months ago online, mate?
Nah, not something like that. With me, yeah, man. You never know with me. You never know. You never know.
Well, the one thing about meetups, though, AP, you get some internet heroes that when you meet them, they just try and fuck your leg, don't they, TMW?
Yeah, I did get it, Sharpie. Cheers, mate. Yeah,
Sharpie, there you go, buddy.
Yeah, it was a couple of days ago, mate. I tried
But that
a donation and it wouldn't fucking let me.
It's an AP.
I didn't try.
Oh,
I
bad
just only dropped
anymore.
past. No offense, Sharpie. I saw yours, and there was another one that's, without any offense, slightly higher on the list.
Red lad. Sharpie by me also. No, I think that's why. I mean, I love Sharpie. He's a good guy. I think what it was is he was getting the same as the rest of us. He was stuck at home in America, and he was dying to get out. He was dying to get out. And now he's got Mexico. He's enjoying himself. You can see that, it's changing him.
I just want him to be careful, mate, because look at Lewis Carbo, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, mate.
It was interesting that 20 peso to the US dollar, that's not a very good exchange rate. 1940. G'day, mate. How you doing? Yeah, that's
like I talked to Bella. She's a Filipino girl in the US, and she's actually quite attractive. And
I've seen the Bella. Yeah, I've seen Bella.
Yeah, she just got COVID, mate.
Yeah, well,
she can't work. She can't work because she works with the elderly.
I can't drag work into the moment because there's some problems at our place. And
the biggest problem over there in the PI is education comes into it, and people just go, we don't know what you're talking about, and we don't care. It comes from education, and I'm not saying stupid, but dumb is as dumb does.
Yeah,
and they do get area flare-ups and things like that because somebody's crook. We'll go around and see how they're going, and instead of and their medical system is a real user pay thing. It's not a government pay thing. So I do feel sorry for them. Like some cities have put up bans from other people coming in from anywhere else to say, well, if you come from anywhere else, you don't come into our city because we haven't got it here and we're not going to get it. There's a few channels I watch that are doing construction job and stuff like that. And in a way, I don't blame them because the other part about it is the government's actually, you can't go to work, you can't do this, but they're not doing anything for the people. Where they say, give them either food packages, give them some monetary value, give them something. They're dictating, but they're not actually looking after the people that live in the country. So, a person's going to do what they have to do to provide for their children. And if they catch it and they die, they just go, well, that's what had to happen because we have to live. And it's a sad state of affairs.
I think a lot of people have got that attitude that that's it. Even if you get mild-dosed and they know they got it, it's case they've got to live, they've got to go work. I think that's how people see it.
I did see a thing on social media of the British police tackling a man, and they were fair giving it to him for not wearing a mask. At the end of the day, be sensible. Wear a mask. How hard's that?
We got idiots. I mean, like I said, near me, in the main supermarkets, if I go out to my village, you've got to wear one. People come out. They come out to the village where I live in the village. We all wear one. But you got people that come out to the village and they just walk in. They've got no mask. I'm the first one to say COVID idiot to him. Literally get a mask on. I'm the first one to say it to him. Because,
Remember, what was it a couple of months ago, Banksy? There was one house where 36 people died or had the COVID. Yeah. Well, 36 people in one of those tenement houses? Come on. We all open our borders to, these poor hard done by people. Yeah, I'm over it.
Look, Boris has just announced over here, we're going to have a family thing for Christmas, where families can cook for a short time. Knowing families in England, if you can see a family for a short time, it's more like a short drink. It'd be less than, I think, more than an hour.
That's why, like, last weekend I had a bit of a problem with internet, where I dropped out on the Sunday. But now I've got freedom to move, because prior to that I hadn't seen my sister We hadn't been over the beach for 8 months. The weather's getting really good. It's good air, nice and quiet. You know, the whole 8 yards. You know, a whole 9 yards, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I intend to spend a bit more time over there. So, like I say, we got the caravan set up. We got, you know, it's a whole lot of it. So it's just a case of coming from here, just take what you need, and you know, you've already got your house there.
Crunch. What's the freedom like in New Zealand, AP, to move around?
There's a few things up in Auckland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a
Colour.
cup. That's a cup. It's fucking funny as hell.
What's that?
Bloody,
That's if that's up in Auckland, why aren't you there?
Right, what's that one saying now?
Why would it be up in Auckland when there's fucking
It's beyond the joke.
Scumbag.
now with COVID.
scumbag communities that keep spreading the fucking virus
Please.
because they're retards and they don't care. Every shopping mall, every store I go into,
Yeah.
I use the scanning app, right? That's what our government designed it for. Because it's not.
It's in looking pools.
It's more if I had it and someone else was there. It's the same as wearing a mask. Isn't fucking for me. Is to protect me. It's to protect those fuckers. From
Everyone
me.
else. Yeah.
Exactly. But they're fucking retards, mate.
It's like William Poole's saying here. It's beyond the joke now. The COVID. Okay, be sensible, common sense, wear a mask in crowded places, but the police aren't helping with their ever-handing methods, can talk and warn, but arrest, question mark. You know, I think they should arrest. If they don't listen, arrest them. Or not arrest them, give them a ticket, give them a big fine. They won't do it again. But, you know, you've got them in the system saying, right, we've pulled this person up once and told him about it. So if he's in the system, he gets pulled up again. He's in the system there to say he's been told once, he hasn't listened. There you are. There's a ticket. There's £100. There's your ticket. You weren't listening the first time. That's the only way they're going to, every hand in this and they're going to work. But that's the only way you're going to be hit is in the pocket. That's the only way they're going to listen is in the pocket. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous because, like AP said, you're right, AP. They don't realise is a mask is there to protect them. They don't get it. They don't seem to get it.
They're all fucking retards, mate.
They aren't that clever.
No, they just don't.
I've done this. I've done this before. You know, that's the crap piece of shit mask.
That's a throwaway mask. Once you've,
you know,
that's a throwaway.
But the whole part about that protects another person, not you. The real mask, and I've just opened this for the purpose of demonstration, is a P2. These can be worn for up to 8 hours.
Yeah.
The whole thing about it, they will seal around your face, and they will protect you from shit coming at you as well.
Yeah, I've got
an exhale valve. You know, the difference between this, you know, that's about 50 cents.
Yeah, there's shit they are.
That's about $3.
Yeah.
What's your life worth to you?
All I'll use is
or your parents or your family or anything like that. It's a very easy question to answer, I think.
I think that cheap blue masks, I can't wear them because they're shit.
No,
they
are.
Now,
when I used to work in industry, the thing is these P2s, and you could wear them for 8 hours, or, you know, pretty well that. But you can spray paint with the bloody things. You can do it, you know, to a certain extent, you know, epoxies and shit like that.
Well, that's why I ended up buying the ones that you used to use for spray painting because it's a lot better. They're a lot better.
But the whole part about it is the people who take it seriously will protect themselves, and in that they're protecting others. The others that just say this is a load of bullshit are not doing anybody any favors.
It's the COVIDists that don't get it. It's the COVIDists that don't get it at all. Complete utter idiots. Utter idiots.
Even to wear one of them, that's not even half hard. They do get a bit hard to breathe through, if you've been wearing it for a little bit. But, the World Health Organization said, 2 hours or something like this.
Yeah.
2 hours is bullshit. After an hour in one of these, throw it away and get another one.
Yeah, I prefer the one like you got. I prefer the one with the valve because mine's at the side. I prefer the one
if I'm just zipping into the supermarket and getting, a bottle of milk, I'll wear this kind of thing.
Throwaway, yeah.
Yeah. If I'm going somewhere on public transport or whatever, I will wear the other one.
Mate, I wear the throwaway one for 8 hours a day in fucking Thailand, mate.
Do you wear it like a tie around your chin?
Yes. That's when I'm
Oh,
inside.
dear.
But so many times I forgot my mask, so I had to go all the way back to my apartment. It was a pain in the ass because they would not let you into 7-Eleven without one.
Yeah, but you could have it around your chin and they go, oh, yeah, that's okay, sir.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh,
Around your chin, you're all right. You're protecting us.
no. Not where I was. You wouldn't get away with it.
There was I think the best explanation of the whole thing. We watched a very, very highly rated, doctor type on all that kind of stuff, and he said, if you can imagine two men standing front to front, in front of each other, and one takes a piss, it's going to go over the other one. Now, the whole thing about it is, if he puts a mask on, which in other words, put a mask over, he takes a piss, it's just going to go over himself.
Yeah, correct. That's a no.
And that was probably the best explanation that I have ever heard.
Yeah, I'd say it's good. It's good explanation when you think about it, because that's it. You're pissing on yourself. You aren't pissing on someone else.
I still want to know, did it really originate from China? That's one of the biggest questions.
Well, the thing is, whoever let it go, they aren't going to put their hands up and say it was us. It was an accident. They aren't going to do it. They know every country is going to be on their backs. For no.
The whole part about it, there was a big mass exodus of people with money out of China, and then they announced it. So who knows? And the other interesting part about it was every country in the world go, oh, that's a COVID, that's a whatever, and they're just looking at the strains. They've all got it. They're all playing with it. It's turned 2020 into the year of nothingness.
I won't forget, really. That year you want to completely skip out the equation.
This year will go down into history.
Oh, yeah, for the year of pandemic.
It will be along the same lines of all the wars, everything.
Spanish flu. It's going to go along them sort of things. The plague, Spanish flu, anything.
But it's, in a way, it's so easy to, the hygiene, the whole part of it.
Thing is, it's our grandkids who can get stuck with a bill, or kids who can get stuck with a bill.
Yeah, and there was a good one in Thailand where the French lady, she went to the COVID hotel. She didn't have COVID.
I know. Yeah.
And then she contracted it. And then they said, well, hang on. There was no air from one room to another because the room next door had it. So they put it down to the transition on food trays. Well, hang on. Paying for a COVID hotel, I thought you'd be up on the bloody, right up on your game. Obviously not. you know, and that's a really good thing. You've got to look after yourself because no one else is going to look after you.
It's a fucked up world at the present time. It's just a fucked up world.
Hey, B Billy, on the news here in Australia this morning, I actually saw for the first time a media coverage of a car accident where somebody died, because prior to that, for the last 8 months, everybody died of COVID.
Yeah, we about that. I agree with that. in England, they had a multiple car crash, and they put it down as fucking COVID. Why? Because they had COVID a couple of weeks beforehand, but they shook that off. But because they had a multiple car accident, they put down COVID. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's a miscount. So, you know, if you took that a lot away, how many people didn't die of COVID, but natural causes or things like that?
The thing is, we used to get, you know, and we used to do it, the reports as far as accidents. Hang on. Dog, shut up. All right, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to wring your neck. Shut the fuck up. Get outside.
Meow, meow, woof, woof.
That works.
Yeah. Get out.
Sorry about that.
It's all right, mate.
But, you know, we used to get the updates, you know, like traffic accidents, how many people died on the road and all that kind of stuff in all the states in Australia and the territories. 8 months ago, that all stopped and everybody's died of COVID.
Yeah, Bobby.
But the whole part about it, yes, the people driving was probably halved or quartered. But the thing is, there were still accidents. There were still people dying on the roads.
Yeah.
But you never heard about it. Everything was COVID. So these arseholes in governments and these self-professed professors and God knows what wankers that have got no idea, they really should be just take a back seat and let sense and sensibility come back into it.
It seems too easy to put down cause of death, COVID, and it isn't. Like, it's like when Paul said, you know, got a relative died of cancer, COVID. If they were down of cancer, they probably died of cancer, not COVID. So, you know, it's wrong to do that, especially when the family knows what they died of and they put down COVID. You know, it's wrong. It's wrong to do that.
Personally, I would challenge that.
I definitely, because it's wrong. It's wrong.
That's right. What was that old song? My name it is Ben Hall. They say I'm going to swing on a lump of bloody string because the bastard's up and dead because I hit him on the head with a lump of bloody lead and he died of COVID.
yeah, that's fucking hard, Johnny. That's a good one, mate. Have you been practicing? Yeah, that's
no.
It's probably sort of shit you get though. You get shot or you died of COVID. Took COVID lead poisoning. You know, it's like fucking
Bobby,
so dumb.
Bobby, you're supposed to take your mask off to eat, mate. I hate to tell you, Bobby. You know, I know you've got a few problems, but you know, just get on board, Bobby. Take your mask off and don't choke on it.
Well, yeah, it's fucking. I see it as laziness, and the government should be saying, "Hang on, these figures are wrong. These figures are completely, utterly wrong," and they're going to have to start investigating the right true count of it, and not the miscount we're getting.
Well, look, you know, look, let's face it, the British are no different
good, thank
to
you,
Australia,
Elaine.
nor New Zealand. Our constitutions are bloody near carbon copies. But, you know, the whole part about it is when you get officials coming out and saying you only need to wear a mask if you're sick. Well, who says that person's sick? All right. So there's point one. Number two, everybody's got the right for freedom.
All right.
So you've got the freedom to say no. So they bring in the Health Act thing, where you must comply, and you know the coppers all go, oh yeah, beauty. We'll get a bit more, you know, we can really give a bit of heave-o into it, and we can be really tin gods then, and make a bit more money. And the more money we make, the higher in rank we go, the quicker we go.
Yeah.
The whole system's bullshit.
Oh, it's very fucked up. It's very fucked up. So, like I said, it's we aren't getting it to count. We're just not getting it to count at all.
You know, like in Australia, the second wave in Victoria, there was a plane load of people from so-called repatriations or whatever. And I will say they weren't Australian citizens, but they had visas that said they were residents, right?
Yeah.
So residents, they weren't Australian. They, you know.
I've got a telephone call. I'll be back.
Okay, mate. Okay, mate.
So that
Right.
plane flew into Sydney,
Good. Yourself.
and Sydney did everything, you know, like they're supposed to do, like hell. They got on planes and went to Queensland, South Australia, and shitloads of Victoria. It just happened to coincide with Ramadan. And then all these people, they didn't self-isolate. What they did is went out and went, you know, whatever they do.
Yeah.
And that's where we got our second thing that shut the state down even worse. Yes. Am I prejudiced? No. Am I pissed off? Yes. I'm pissed off at our government. I'm pissed off at the New South Wales government, but I've always been pissed off at the New South Wales government because they're knuckleheads, they're brain dead currents. But anyhow, our government here is just fuckwits. And everything that's transpired since, the common person that's lost everything they've had, are they replacing that? No, because of their bad calls. Any of that. And some of this is happening in the UK. And who's to blame? Who's to blame? We blame Boris because he's at the top of the job. He should be keeping an eye on it. And if he's not keeping an eye on it with his ministers, the whole lot of them should be thrown to the bloody street.
Thanks for
Evelyn, how are you, Evelyn?
She's good. Oh yeah, Evelyn, are you okay, sweetie? Johnny, Johnny the Dreamer is saying hello to you. Johnny the Dreamer. Oh, I'm gonna get a beer, buddy. I'm gonna have one last one with you before I go to bed. Looks like a mess. Give me Jen. Skip it a minute. Wait 4 seconds because I only got walked to the top of the room here because I left him nice and chilled. Nice and chilled.
I thought you pommy bastards drank warm beer. Uh, 1940, yeah, you're right, mate. The stock market's the whole deal of it. That is exactly right, William. The establishments run the government, not the government run the establishments. We've seen that here. And as you know, William, I used to work for a government department, and I see the way they work. And you know, if I had my way, I'd take the whole lot of them out, line them up against a fence, and shoot the bastards because they are detrimental to the growth of society. They've all got their own agendas.
And the agenda doesn't have those fitted in concept.
And the agenda that realistically, their agendas should be every face they see on their way to work and their way home from work, not just their family.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that doesn't happen. Bribery, corruption. One thing about the COVID, it has proven in the world how much bribery, corruption, the whole deal of it, and how bad the bastards are. And when we all call upon our highest authorities to say, go and shoot them, kill them. No, they won't do that. They won't do that because they're just as bad. We had the Attorney General in Australia. He left his job because he'd been chatting up all the young girls and flirting them with them in bars in Canberra. Now, mind you, I'm a taxpayer. I paid for all that, and I didn't ever get a look at him.
I'm just reading Bobby's because that's right. Have you seen that from Oxford? We can produce the vaccine for £3 in England, and you can keep it in the fridge with your milk. You haven't got to keep it deep.
There is that one. I saw that coming up, Bobby.
It's worked out. You got a small dose and then a big dose. For some reason or they were giving you an high dose and then a small dose. It wasn't working. And then it worked out if you have a small dose and a big dose, 90% was working. But you haven't got to keep it that cold temperature.
Is that like the clap?
Now, I suppose it's like having a beer and then having a chaser after.
First you get a small dose and then the next time
big
you go
dose
back, you get a big dose.
Yeah, they move from crabs to extra strong crabs. Get away from them STDs, boys. Well, yeah, it's fascinating when you look at it. And I thought, well, yeah, fair enough. It's only 90%, which it's £3. It's a lot cheaper, and a lot of countries I think will go for it because it's still that 90%. I mean, you got 94%, but you still got 2 jabs. So that works.
The whole thing about it is, as it goes on, it will get better.
Yeah, well, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
The one thing about the ones that have got to be held at 70 degrees, it's very, very hard to hold at 70 degrees.
Oh, yeah, big time.
G'day, Mike Shift.
I work with cold shit all the time at work. That's what I have to deal with.
But you can't use liquid nitrogen because that's 100 and 110 or 115, which will stuff it. And if it's you've got to use some pretty weird shit to do it. And then it's not only in air freight or sea freight or any of that.
Yeah.
It's between the port to your local pharmacy or your local doctor.
Traveling and doing it. That's the big one. It's the transport between. What does it?
It might be 90 odd percent. They're saying some are better for old bastards, some are better for whatever with their testings.
Well, it took them a longer time than the rest of them, but I'd rather take a longer time and more experimentation, what they've done, than a lot of that have been rushed through.
Well, it's one of those things where the scientific community in governments all over the world have actually been really talking to each other, and
it's not they got to, aren't they?
It's the Australia. They come up with one that said it was 90 something. That's good. That's good.
Thing is, this is what we all need. We need them talking to each other and getting it fucking sorted out. We need this actual bonding with each other to work out a way forward and get this vaccine, to get it on the market, get people taking it. It's not going to be the same until.
It's not really a market because if we put it to it, our governments have failed us, and that's why it's a problem.
Yeah, no, it's not a market, but the market to me is like
at the end of the day, our grandchildren's grandchildren are going to be paying for all this.
Yeah, big time, aren't we, just?
the highfalutin politicians and all the rest of it, they'll just take the wage increases. They'll take whatever. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
other-
that, Bobby. I've seen that.
Yeah.
The Chinese and the Russians are to look at the British vaccine now. I think it's
the Russians.
Yeah,
the
they
Russian- The Russians kind of said absolute
Yeah.
vodka would fix everything.
Yeah,
Cost
they'll do it as
$1,000.
well. I think what
Yeah.
it says is it's a temperature. Well, you can without that. They've got through that temperature barrier. As basically you can keep it in the fridge, so it's a lot less milder. It's a lot less milder.
But there was one produced at the because the University of Queensland in Australia is
Look at these two playing about, but it's funny.
the
Bobby. Good to see
the
you
main
guys.
place. Yeah, the main place where in Australia different education or different strains of education
Yeah.
are in different states, and the government with the CSR,
Mm.
Commonwealth Serum Laboratory, threw a lot of money into Queensland University and a whole lot of it to study but down in Melbourne, they play with it all the time. They've got all these bugs that are wipe the planet out. And why? Why have they got them?
Yeah.
Because everybody else has got them? Well, no one should have them. And they should all just be nuked, be gone.
Well, it's like that's it. They should be fucking you. They should be playing about with shit like that. They should have learned that from the First World War, using mustard gas and shit like that. They weren't going to do it again. But they're still dead. They're still dead. They still carried on using chemical warfare because they never learned.
Anthrax,
They never
you know,
learned.
and anthrax, spread
Yeah.
anthrax and all that shit.
I mean, we had SARS. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking that's another one. SARS.
Well, SARS ended up being. I remember I travelled to the Philippines when SARS was on.
Tell them that,
was-
boys.
I spoke to my doctor and asked him, and he said, well, we'll give you 101 vaccination and take these pills with you. And because of wearing a mask, hygiene, shit like that, you're just worrying about, what you're doing. I never had a problem. Never had a problem. And actually,
Yeah,
when
I've seen that one.
when I was coming on home on one of those Facebook buy, swap and sell groups, somebody was saying, anybody got any of these pills? And I said, yeah, I have. You can have them for what I paid for them. Because I took them overseas, didn't use them, brought them home. So somebody else was obviously travelling off, and there was nothing wrong with them. They were still within the...
William Poole's about the refugees, getting over to England. It's one of them. It's not the refugees. Coming to England, but it's dead hard.
That's hard. That's right.
No, it's fucking. I'll tell you what, we getting swamped in the UK. We are getting swamped.
Well, I've noticed that.
Because-
I've noticed that, Banksy. You are becoming a minority, same as we are, minority in our own country. And these do-gooder bastards, fuck them.
There are people already to say
Fuck 'em.
it says.
The whole part about it, you had the Syrian president released a media thing asking the people to come back, we need to rebuild the country. But why? Oh, in Australia, we get social welfare benefits. Oh, in England, we get social welfare benefits and a house and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Why would they go back?
They do.
So how much these social benefits and all
I can-
this
I-
for
I
these,
can
these
understand.
people,
Yeah, I can
it's
understand.
bullshit.
I can understand. Thing is that it kills the genuine people that really need to come. It kills them off. For the genuine people
Well,
that
if-
really need to come, because
Okay.
it's too easy for other people to come.
If you decide, Banks, that you want to bring a lovely lady back to the UK, you'll be jumping through hoops for about 5 years.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
And yet these bastards walk into the country and go, "Oh, poor me, woe is me."
Oh, not in England. You get a little flyer saying how to claim benefit. That's what you get. How to claim benefit straight away. You're welcome to England. How to claim benefit. That's what they get.
Mike,
It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable.
Mike, I'm not being nasty. You've always been a minority.
He's on the ball today, Mark. He's on the ball today, mate. That's a minority in London. Which is, there's no-go sections in London. There's no-go sections. Why is there a no-go section in London? It's our country. We should not allow people to have no-go sections in London. It shouldn't be that way.
The whole thing about it, I dare say your stuff's like ours, the second page. Do you agree to abide by the laws of the country? Yes or no?
Yeah,
And
it should be a yes or no question.
If they've ticked no, piss off. If they've ticked yes, well, what the fuck's that?
London
And the coppers that are standing there saying, "Oh, that's a no-go zone," they should be sacked and said, "Get down there and enforce the laws of our country." It happens here too.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of London. Mark knows about it, probably knows about this. Sharia law. If you're not welcome in that district, if you don't know anything about Sharia law, you're not welcome. Why? It's our fucking country. Why not? We should be allowed to go anywhere we damn well want in our country.
You have the
And
freedom
that's
of
what's
travel
scary. Yeah.
in your country.
It's scary, man. I mean, it's a case
And
of
if
me.
these assholes are not,
I'm the sort of
you
person
say,
who
well,
walk on them areas.
you know,
You know, it's,
I'm the kind of bloke that they say, "Oh, you really shouldn't go down there because," well, fuck it, I'm going down there. And if I happen,
yeah. I'm
you
like
know,
that. I go.
if I happen to have a problem, I will deal with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you deal with it, you probably want the shit for it. Of the police.
A bit higher in the chat, Mike. There's a bit higher in the chat. There's a bit-
Yeah, I'll give you a link before I go, Mark, because I'm going in about 15 minutes, buddy. Let me just flick over.
Well, don't go to sleep and let knuckleheads run your stream.
Unless you want unless you want to drop the link, Mark. Drop the link, buddy, and we'll drag over to yours. I'll have about 5 minutes on yours, mate, and I'll piss off because I'm going to get some shut eye, mate. Have you got the link or what? Terrible.
You're right, William. I actually did it on a stream, William. I went to Melbourne, and I hadn't been down there for a year, and then all of a sudden it was all these Pakistani, Indians, whatever, had taken over the CBD. We're talking big dollars real estate, pissing off McDonald's and Hungry Jack's, and they've got a gift and money changing store. Oh, it's very, very good. We get to know wonderful gifts and we can change your money.
Mark, have you
send it overseas to our relatives.
Mark, are you going live or something, buddy? You have a link. Have a link for what? Try and work out what's going on here, fellas. Try and work out what's going on. Because I'm off bed soon. Unless somebody's opened the link up somewhere. I haven't got a clue.
Well,
AP doesn't open
sure
it up. He never goes live.
No, I don't run StreamYard.
AP is a stream bitch. He's a stream bitch.
I run my own type of streams. I don't run StreamYard streams.
I know,
don't
mate.
need-
I know.
Yeah.
You like your games.
Streams.
You like your game streams, don't you?
StreamYards is for peasants.
Oh, don't you
Oh,
fucking start with me, mate.
What's this?
Don't you dare call me a
Peasants.
peasant. Don't you
Peasants.
dare, man.
Peasants
No,
with
no,
your fish and chops.
You peasant. Don't you dare call me that, you peasant. Goddamn peasants.
No, what I'm saying is
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I know
but
what you mean.
it's not worth it. It's not worth it because
$25 a month a bloody rip-off for what it is. It really
I'll pay
is.
for it. I'll pay for it. you know.
I think I paid a yearly sub, but the whole part about it was then they opened it up to anybody and everybody, and it just went to shit.
Yeah,
It's not worth having. It's not
Then
worth
it
having.
does.
Anybody that wants to spend money on StreamYard, you're an idiot. Don't do it.
Oh, but he did do that. I still do. I pay it now just to get a frigging trolled half the time.
Um,
Well, like I said, that's soon fucking stopping.
well, the one thing about it, Banksy, you can't have all the good without some bad.
Oh yeah. It's like I'm laughing at it. You can't tell the good without the you can't tell the smooth out the rough. Smooth out the rough, and that's why we got the rough up there. We've got Johnny. sorry, mate. He's got to give me lesson number 2 this weekend because I was a bit tired this weekend. Get lesson number 2 on to Johnny.
Yes, I shall.
He's a good guy. He can give you a lot of advice on a lot of places, I tell you. Especially when you've been. Always get first-hand information. Don't get second-hand information.
You know, it's one thing traveling that YouTube is a brilliant search tool, but not everything is portrayed as in real stuff, because there's usually an alternative motive, AdSense, whatever. But you know, to go out onto a stream and talk about real stuff, everybody's like, you're a racist, you're an arsehole, yeah, whatever. You say, no, I'm a realist.
Well, I'm definitely a fucking realist. Definitely a realist. I mean, there's no ways of pros about me. I mean, it's, it's like sometimes like, my country, I've got a pride in my country, but sometimes I feel so not a pride because of the politicians and this shit.
Well,
what they cause, the shit that what they cause, and they don't think about what they're doing or how it affects people, how it affects people's lives, and they don't think about that. They don't think about that.
A lot of the people in the political genre are only worried about their own
skin off the time.
They're only worried about their own shit, and they don't care. They don't care about the people that fought and died to have the freedoms, the ability to express to whatever that we all take for granted, which has been taken away from us. You know, if you've had gone back to any of the world wars and said everybody, no, don't go over there because it's just not going to matter, because what you want to do is go back, turn around, go back home, and all those bastards in government, go and shoot all them, and we're going to have a better place.
Well,
that would have made sense.
I'm looking at William Pools now. You know, he's putting up my. I agree with you, disagree, but I agree with one thing. The Gurkhas, it took them that long. They've served the country. It took them that long to get citizenship in the UK. It was, to me, it was embarrassing. Because when they've served the UK, them Gurkhas, they should have had it straight away. Not be put in the back burner, and other people are coming over him, and they're not even served in the country. And that is disgrace. That's a disgrace to our government to do that. Yeah,
well, obviously, because a lot of Indians in it. But the thing is, the Gurkhas in Australia, they applied to come here. They were virtually moved here and given housing and stuff like that because of what they did.
Yeah. And it should have been the same
as a culture and people.
I mean, those in England dragged their feet. It took them ages to fight the way in to get there. Ages. It's a frigging embarrassment when you think about that. A bloody embarrassment. And this is how the governments of the country, and this country, sometimes they are a frigging embarrassment. It seems to cut and wool everything. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't say this, you can't say that. So that means your freedom of speech is down the shit, eh? You're not allowed to say anything. So that's gone. So it's putting the same freedom of speech. Bollocks, balls, you can't have no freedom of speech. You say one thing out of line, you're fucked. You're racist, or you're this, or you're that, you're this, or you're that, you're that. What, for speaking your mind? No.
Well, that's the whole thing. There's more tags they like to pin on everybody. But
I mean,
in realism, the ones that are trying to do that are manipulators. They are racist. They have their own agenda.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't tolerate racists. I don't tolerate fools. But you know, you can
What
do
are you
that.
doing on? What the fuck are you doing on YouTube if you don't tolerate fools?
I know there's a lot of them. Yeah. Go on, Johnny. It's like, I mean, you feel now sometime a new baby's born, you may as well put a duct tape on his mouth and say, sorry, kid, that's what's going to be like for the rest of your life. You can't open your mouth without offending someone. That's how it goes. That's how you feel. I mean, God, there's got to be a point where people say, hang on a minute now, hang on. There's too much. There's too much cotton wool. There's too much shit. You've got your right to choose. You've got to be allowed to have freedom of choosing. You've got to have freedom of speech. Otherwise, what the hell was it worth? What the hell was it worth fighting anything for? In any wars? I mean, it's a crazy world, but England's getting crazier every day. And getting back to the vaccine, I am hoping, I'm hoping you guys probably think the same as 90%. 2 years down the line, I reckon we're going to be getting 100% because it gives them a bit more time to get a handle on it. You can see that on the cards. You can see it coming on the cards. It'd be 100% next couple of years down the line. It'd be non-existent. I think it'd be non-existent. I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Anyhow, gentlemen, ladies, gentlemen, whomever, hit the thumbs up and show a bit of love.
Yeah, because I'm off, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Mike, I think in honesty, or what's happening all over the world is where they put on this halo of hallelujah, brothers and sisters, of what we should call it, multiculturalism. They found it don't work, and it's not white guilt. It's a part of some people will adapt, some people will not. The ones that don't adapt, go back to where you come from. The ones that can adapt, welcome.
Basically, yeah. And that's not being racist. That's basically my opinion.
That's realist. That's realist.
Yeah, that's my opinion as well. Fit in or fuck off. You like it, you love the country, stay here. You're welcome. If you don't, just go back where you came from. Just don't blend in. Enjoy what you're given and make the most of it.
My country to yours.
Yeah, basically.
Adapt. If you don't want to adapt, fuck off.
I'm off. Thank you, Johnny boy, for joining me.
All right.
Thank you, AP,
Nick,
for joining
no worries.
us.
Thank you.
AP, catch you later.
Take care, mate.
Bye, all.
Have a good one. I'm going to stay on for a minute. I remember to turn it off this time. Have a good one, boys. Have a good one.